Well, before we start today's episode, I just have to admit something. I am absolutely and completely obsessed with this place. I just absolutely love this place. I love all of the nasties. I love all of the loot. I just am absolutely obsessed. Maybe it is because I'm a bit masochistic, but damn, I do love the challenge. But whatever it is, it always manages to draw me back here, and I really have spent quite a long time and have gotten a bit better and a bit more wiser about the creatures that are around. But even with my newfound confidence, I am still very aware just how dangerous this place is, although the rewards definitely make up for it. And to that end, that then brings us on to what I want to do today, which is to make one of these living scythes, of which we are going to require a lot of different parts to make it. So we will be on the hunt for creatures known as reekers to get some fangs, as well as creatures known as long arms to get their fragments, and a few summoners to get their cores. So let's go hunt ourselves some nasties then. So the creature down there is a summoner, but it is a primitive one. We require some adapted ones, which are basically just the bigger, badder, stronger versions of those, and they are a lot rarer to find and a lot tougher to take on. We will of course still loot these places as well, because the rewards inside of them can definitely be nice. But I think these big nasty buggers are more likely to be found out and about in big areas like this. Those ones there we don't need any parts from, so we will leave them be, and hopefully they will leave us in return. Well, that is a new one. I have no idea what that is. I think I'm in a lot of danger. So let's maybe not stick around to see this thing slaughter us. Although I don't think we're going to get much of a choice here. It is just there. Can I hit this through the wall? This is an ancient dreadnought. I don't think it sees us, so let's just cheese this. Although this thing has a ridiculous amount of HP, and I think our arrows are now just bouncing off of it. Yes, unfortunately, although we are hitting it, we are no longer doing any damage to it. What has changed here? Why won't you die? Well, unfortunately, it has just moved away. It's over there now. So if it's not going to bother me, I really shouldn't bother it, but I'm also an idiot and would like whatever it drops. We have gotten up to Fear 4 now, which pretty much makes us paralysed. So I can no longer hit it with range, and we are going to die because I've got golem armor on and are in water. And you think with golem armor on in the water, this thing is getting stupidly close to us. My thinking is, if I could get away from it for a bit, I could reduce our fear. Unfortunately, those things have given us some more. Then I could go take it on. I think it may have just despawned, unfortunately. Damn. Oh well, let's get away from these other nasties in the meantime. Definitely an interesting boss though. I think we have found an adapted long arms over there. Let's get nice and high and then take it on from a range. So hopefully nothing will come over to us. Yes, we are panicked, but I don't think it can reach us. Or maybe it can. Well, I could maybe smack it if it jumps up like that, so that would be rather nice if you would just keep doing this for a bit. It has a lot of HP by the looks of it, nearly 500. But we are slowly whittling away down its health, and that's it dead. Hopefully it dropped us some parts. I don't think it dropped us the parts that we need, sadly. Unfortunately not. Oh well, onwards we go. So I have seen some summoners, as well as the long arms. I'm not sure what the reekers are though. I don't know if I've stumbled across any of them yet. Hello, you. This creature does look new. What's hitting me? Oh, the big spider thing. I wish I knew what that thing was over there. In fact, there's a few of them, and there is a yellow eye as well. Let's see if we can take on the one that we already have got burning, which we have just killed that one there, so let's go see what it dropped, which was absolutely nothing by the looks of it. That's unfortunate. Right, where are the rest of them? Have they despawned as well? Just the yellow eye left, which has also despawned. These creatures are rare enough to come across, never mind them then despawning shortly afterwards. I would much prefer they not. And we are in trouble. An Enderman has found us, and he's going to bring in a horde. This is probably going to be the first death. Yep, another Enderman. We are definitely in trouble unless we can get away quick. That is unfortunate, but the Endermen are relentless. I am not sure what that creature is there either. If I get too close to it, we are dead, but I also don't want it going too far away so that it despawns. Hopefully we will have a nice middle ground here where I can snipe it and it still sticks around. This is a very bad place to be. I do not want to be on the same side of it, but I don't want you disappearing, son. I also don't want you little chaps interrupting me either. And it has seen us, so let us get out of here before that goes bad. That is a reeker, an adapted one, and we have killed it. Perfect. Please tell me it has dropped us whatever we require. Which it has, so that is our very first Reeker Fang. I think we need 3 of those in total, so at least it's a start. I am trying to play this as safely as I can, but there are some mobs that, if they come near us, Enderman in particular, there is really absolutely nothing that I can do apart from die. But the rest of these chaps, if we can take them from range, I think it's a lot safer than being right up and in their face. I think this is a primitive long arms, so it may not drop us what we need, but I will kill it anyway, just in case. And we have just killed it, so as long as the horse doesn't get us. Did you drop anything? I don't think it did. So it's really just the adaptive ones that we're on the lookout for, which is fine, just a bit annoying that they are so rare. Well, I found another Reeker, or more likely it has found me. Please, let's kill this nice and quick. Thank you, Thorns. Wow, okay. That was a bit surprising. And no Fang, which is even more annoying. I'm not really sure what's happening over there. We seem to have a grunt just jumping up into the air every so often. I don't really want to go mess with that. Yeah. Let's maybe go take on the long arms instead. We are so much slower in the water with our golem armor on, but we are a lot more protected. But of course, clearly not protected enough. I think he pretty much one-shotted me there by hitting my head. There is another long arms. Let's get somewhere high. This will probably just need to do. I get the sense another death is incoming. Damn, these things are tough. And again, why I don't want to get too close and personal with them. But the nunchuck does most of the damage, so I don't really have a choice at times. We have this creature again, which I'm still not really sure what it is, if I could get close enough. It's a primitive reeker. Okay, hopefully you will not kill me before I kill you, but it's not going to drop us anything, so there is no point hunting those, just their adaptive forms. Hello sir, don't mind me. If you would get out of the way, I will just happily loot your chest there. Damn. I will never say no to goodies, although I will say no to grunts and endermen. And I have got myself into a very difficult spot with another enderman, and I have fear free, so I can't even open his chests just to leave. Oh, they are going to bring so many mobs over here. I think this is another quick death coming up. Absolutely nothing at all in that chest there, and nothing in that one either. Okay, so good. This was a real bloody waste of time. Let's try get out of here. Oh, here they come. They are so bloody relentless, it's unbelievable. I hate them, I absolutely hate them. Oh, but good news. It has spawned us back with Big Boy. Yeah, let's maybe not. I think that's another long arms, unless it's a warden, but let's see. The one time that I don't want them to come near me, that's a marauder. That's a completely different one altogether. And he can jump by the looks of it. Is that an upgraded grunt? Oh no, Enderman. Well, I am dead again. There's a surprise, unless we can get in and get out just as quick. I think we may have just gotten away from all of that. I still am in danger though. Right, crisis averted I think. Or not. Right, I do think that we are okay now. I think it has given up. Bloody hate them. Absolutely hate them. We are on a highway at the moment, which is quite high up into the sky. So if we can see any of them spawning down below, we could just snipe them from above and save us having to go right down face to face. Or we can get killed by an adapted long arms just behind us. Literally spending so long looking for them, and they managed to find me time and time again. Well, as much as I would like to say that I was successful in finding some mob parts, I really wasn't. But in terms of loot, I have definitely come across quite a lot of it. In fact, too much of it, because after I take all of the loot from here, we are going to need to return back home. Because all of my shulkers are now pretty much full here, so it's been good loot wise, just a bit disappointing on the mob part wise. Anyway, we have returned back home, so let's check our spoils. So I must say that we definitely did well on the crafting rune front. I have got a lot of them now, so hopefully we can complete our golem armor if we manage to get ourselves the golem head. So let's spend a little bit of time here just seeing what we managed to get. The bound pickaxe is new. The bound shovel is also new. We now have the recipe for the explosion pickaxe, as well as a water gem. There is the heat talisman recipe, which is going to use our heat gem. A life belt item, which might come in handy with our golem armor, and the recipe for our golem helmet. Perfect. We have the recipe for the water talisman, which will use the water gem in it. And that's all of the crafting runes. So we've got a few different ones here that we can make, which is nice. And we are just on the lookout for a few more pickaxe related ones. But still pretty happy about all of this. We got ourselves a few different enchanted books. Nothing here that looks too terrific by the looks of it, but still always quite nice to have. And here are all of the mob parts that I was able to collect. We really need a lot of long arm armor fragments, which as you can see, we didn't do too well on that front. But inside this shulker here, we managed to get ourselves quite a lot of interesting looking goodies by the looks of it. Mainly these rings here. So we have rings of the Phallus, ring of the Titans, and ring of the Elves. Ring of the Phallus gives us an entity size of 85% of normal. Not a clue what that means. It increases our bare-handed damage and a buff whenever we drink milk. But we have a movement penalty whenever we wear heavy armour, such as our golem armour. Although with it equipped, we do get quite a lot of nice bonuses: 50% attack speed, 25% movement, 50% swim speed, and a 60% jump height. So this is our running speed with our golem armour on, and our jumping height. But with it off, we move a bit faster, and we certainly jump a lot higher. And I have just worked out what the entity size 85% of normal means. So if I put on the bauble at the moment, we shrink a little bit, and if we remove it, we grow back to normal. I don't know the purpose of that. Anyway, Ring of the Elves is next, which shrinks us to 100% of our normal size. And we get a sneak bonus whenever we use a bow. We gain movement and attack speeds in forests as well. And this gives us a negative bonus to our attack damage. Honestly, I am not really sure the use of that ring. It didn't really seem to do anything for me there. Plus, it has a negative bonus, so I may not use that. And finally, we have Ring of the Titans, which increases our size to 300% of normal, and we get quite a big mining range. We do sink in water, and we do kill plants. But this is giving us quite a lot of different bonuses here. A bit negative on the attack speed, but we do get a lot more attack damage, as well as health, knockback resistance, movement speed, jump height, and step height. Well, why not? Let's put this on and see what this will then do for us. Holy crap. Okay, so we are a bit bigger now, and we definitely have got a lot more health. This feels really quite odd. Hello chaps, nice to see you down there. This one could be interesting to take on one of those parasites with actually, especially with the 100% damage. Neat. Okay, well I like this one the most so far. Another item that I've come across is called the Phantom Prism, and we can use it to make some phantom thread, which apparently is going to give us some form of camouflage. That's actually the second one that I have, so if I get myself some spectral silt, we can then make some thread, just like that. And I assume we just put it with our armor to then get it out like that. Oh, it doesn't use it up actually. So if I put all of my clothing then on it, does that mean that we have good camouflage? Because I know that having some form of invisibility or camouflage in the lost cities can be quite beneficial. Let's go back in and test out our new gear then. Well, it's removed all of our golem armor, but maybe that's purely just cosmetic. If I could find any non-Enderman nasties, then I could test it out. We have primitive reekers here, and they most certainly do see us. Okay, well that did not work out the way I thought it would, but let's get the Titan ring on and see how much damage we can do with this. The nunchucks were already pretty OP. We have a long arms over here, so let's go see how badly we get our asses kicked by this thing. Or not. Wow. Okay then, this could be quite fun. It just means that I can't really get into any places to loot them, but it might help us then get a few more parts pretty quickly. For what I lack in skill, I may be able to make up in terms of pure damage. And yes, being this size with Elytra is pretty... that as well. Well, the timing of that was pretty epic, I've got to admit. The mining speed is pretty decent as well, seeing as I can't get through this little overpass without it otherwise. But the damage, definitely speaking for itself. An ancient summoner, let's see how quick we can take this on. And dead. And look, it dropped us a summoning core. Perfect. And of course an Enderman has found us. I still don't think we're tanky enough to take on them and all of the hordes that they bring. But at least we are doing a bit better than we normally would have. It's always whenever they one-shot you in the head. That's always the issue. Bloody Enderman, just leave me be. But being this height does have its benefits, because it means looting builds is a bit easier. And the damage is definitely where it's at. Absolutely loving this so far, whether it's gimmicky or not. Well, it's back to long arm hunting for me for the next little while. So hopefully next time I will have found enough parts to make this scythe. But I certainly think I'm going to have a lot of fun with these new rings.